Hey guys, it's Daniel. The following is a quote from Kurt Cobain from November of 1991, where he opens up about his relationship with Dave Grohl and Chris Novoselic. One of the interesting parts about this quote I'm going to be sharing with you is that at one point Kurt says that Dave and Chris never thought of themselves as songwriters. They never had the feeling to ever want to do that. Now, of course, with Dave, as the years went by, Kurt certainly learned that Dave was into songwriting, and Kurt himself even complimented Dave's songwriting abilities. That's one of the reasons I like to go over these quotes with not just Nirvana, but with bands in general. It's you get to see the progression of the band's history and their relationship through the things they say. Perhaps at the time, Kurt wasn't even aware that Dave was into songwriting. Maybe Dave himself hadn't disclosed it. Who knows? In any case, this quote was from a radio interview at Studio Brussels in Belgium. Quote, "We'd be just as happy playing in a basement. Sometimes that's the most appreciable time we have with music is just being together. Because we're good friends and we play music. If we weren't friends, I wouldn't want to be in this band. I wouldn't want to be in any band if they weren't my friends. We hang out together even when we're not doing anything involving the band. Chris and I have been playing together for about 4.5 years now, with a few different drummers. And Dave has been in the band for a year. It's really hard to find a good drummer. I've been writing songs since I was about 15, since I bought my first guitar. And Dave and Chris never thought of themselves as songwriters. They've never had that feeling to ever want to do that, so I became the songwriter of the band. But we've collaborated a lot more. I usually come up with the basic idea for a song. And then we go into a practice room and play the song over and over and over again until it's finally finished. So it is pretty collective. Sometimes we just get drunk, and we want to have fun. And it's really boring being on tour for 3 months and being in these same kind of hotels and these same backstage areas and playing your show and then just going straight to the hotel afterward to sleep and then start it all over again. And not eating regularly and driving on a bus for 8 hours a day. It's really boring. And so we do everything in our power to keep it exciting. And sometimes that involves having a bit too much fun. I mean, every time we've destroyed something, we've always been in a really happy, jokey mood when we're drunk and throwing things around and wrestling and having fun, I don't care if it's a cliche or not. It's been done by bands before. I think any rock and roll band has those tendencies to do stuff like that just to keep themselves sane. But obviously, if you've ever read an English paper, they like to exaggerate things and make a big sensational story out of it. So it's not as extreme as everyone thinks. We smash gear when we feel like it. It's just fun. It's part of the act. We did it a lot more a few years ago than we have now. We haven't been doing it very much lately because everyone expects it. We usually just play with really cheap equipment, and a lot of times before a show we're scrambling for guitar parts and gluing things together just to have a guitar for that night. I don't know. It's just one day at a time. We appreciate beauty as much as we appreciate violence. I mean, we don't appreciate violence, but obviously it's an emotion. It's just another part of emotion. Negative energy. We like to divide those two, mix them up, and make a nice salad. Well, I suppose I should say, yeah, I'm surprised by Nevermind's huge success. But glam bands I don't like sell 5 million records, and they suck. They don't deserve it. So I don't really care. Yeah, we're music lovers. We're musicians. We like music. We appreciate all kinds of music, as long as it's good. It doesn't matter if it's on a major label. It doesn't matter if it's on a tape someone made on their home boombox or a recorder like this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter even if someone hasn't even recorded something to even have it distributed to anyone. If it's good, it's good,